Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly here with Flo. So, Flo, during the game yesterday, you sent me a tweet that Grant Cohn posted. Here it is right here, talking about Brock Purdy is a hell of a quarterback, and it only took a year and a half, you know. And I don't know, man, a lot of things came to my mind personally when you said that because this guy was like pretty much the number one Brock Purdy hater. It was started last year in OTA's minicamp when he said he had a noodle arm. Niners need to cut him now. What the hell is Kyle Shanahan thinking? And it was just every day. So when me and you we went to camp, the first day I was talking to D, and D was like, "Yeah, man, Brock Purdy's like he's our best quarterback." And my perception was, "No, dude, he has a noodle arm," because that's all I heard for throughout OTAs and minicamp. But then when you saw him, it was like, wait, he's actually pretty good. In that game against the Green Bay Packers in the preseason, when he led the drive for a game-winning touchdown, and it just kept happening over and over again. And then I think in the playoffs, you like knew right away that Seahawks game. I think that's when I knew, oh man, this guy's an absolute stud. And to me, it was like obvious, but obviously him and other people went in a different route and said pretty much a lot of bad stuff about him. But what do you think when you saw this and he finally, I guess, he's come over?
Yeah, man. First, I gotta give Grant Cohn some prop. He's finally starting to flip that switch, and it's hard. It's hard to say you're wrong. As a guy, that's probably one of the hardest things to admit your mistake. But I think he's starting to see that. Now he's starting to understand what Brock Purdy is, what he is at the quarterback position, an MVP. And freaking, I think Grant Cohn was like, damn, I just can't hate on this guy anymore. He keeps proving me wrong. How many times this year would he post, like, he's like, oh, like, any quarterback could do that kind of this year.
Oh, yeah.
He did that multiple times, but this is the first time, and I saw it right away. I was like, oh, shoot, this guy's actually giving him credit. So I think Grant Cohn's finally coming along. And, hey, man, welcome to the freaking bandwagon, brother. Hop on board. So I'm liking this, but to be fair to Grant Cohn, those early practices with Brock Purdy his rookie year, he wasn't looking that solid until, like you said, that Green Bay game. After that, he just got all this confidence and everything started snowballing for him. So early on, those Grant Cohn takes, I don't see too bad because, like I said, at first, all you would see is the arm because he didn't get that many reps. So you're like, okay, this guy doesn't look it. But once he actually started getting the opportunity to do his things, that's when you saw all the other stuff, all the intangible stuff that you can't just see on a scouting report. His command presence. It's crazy. He came in that rookie year and he was telling people, hey, quiet down. We got to work, So those are the kind of things you don't see just based on the kind of physical eye test. It's all those little things that make you a great quarterback. So I think Grant Cohn is starting to finally see this, and I love this man. But what do you think?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think I was his 12th subscriber. I used to listen to him when he was on Periscope. So I was there from the beginning pretty much. And it was, I don't know, I heard the same thing with Nick Bosa all summer long. Don't draft Nick Bosa, he's a bust. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know, just to me, pretty much, let's just be real. Nick Wright, he gets all his stuff from Grant. Like, it's known that everything that he listens to Grant, because Grant's pretty popular. And to me, it was like, I don't know, during this off season, like, it pissed me off, man, that fact that every day I was hearing from him and all his buddies, content creators, were saying it's not fair. Trey Lance should be the starter and this stuff. And it pissed the shit out of me, man. The fact that he was saying this every damn day, like Kyle Shanahan doesn't know what he's doing. This is an embarrassment. And I was like, what the fuck, man? I'm serious, man. That pissed the shit out of me. Like, Brock Purdy was the dude. No matter what, he was gonna be the guy. So the fact that he pretty much made half the fan base turn against Brock Purdy in the offseason. That's like, to me, that was trippy as hell when I would go on Twitter and go to 49ers, and then half the people would be like, yeah, he sucks. And they were just saying exactly what Grant said. So to me, I gotta forgive, man. I know I gotta forgive, but that pissed the shit out of me. And all the fan base were brainwashed by all this BS talk during the offseason. So I know, I definitely got to get, just welcome aboard. But man, I just can't forget that. Like, dude, that's crazy. That and I was, like, because he has the highest, views and all that. That all these people are just brainwashed. And it was content creator after content creator after content creator. I gotta give what's his name credit though, Larry Krueger, because he was the one of the only ones there. Like, dude, it's obvious that Brock Purdy's a stud. And when he was throwing those interceptions in training camp, he was throwing them. But you would hear Brock Purdy after the practice, he's like, yeah, I'm throwing a lot of interceptions because I'm working on stuff. I'm trying to figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work during the game. And he was admitting everything. So when he was out there saying, you know what, he sucks and all this stuff, he's throwing all these interceptions, Brock Purdy was telling you what he was doing. He was like, I'm probably going to throw a lot of interceptions in training camp because I'm working on my arm. I'm doing this. I'm seeing how strong my arm is. I want to see if I can fit in this tight coverage. Don't worry, in the games, I'll be fine. And he's been fine, man. He's been like the MVP of the league. So to me, I mean, I love Brock, man. I want to sound like a fanboy, but I've never been like Jimmy. I would say good Jimmy. He was great, and then some games he just
Early
pissed,
on, he was good,
and he
yeah.
pissed the shit on me. So it was like you knew what you got with Jimmy. You liked him, but you knew you didn't love him. But with Brock Purdy, man, I love this dude. I really feel that this guy right here is going to get us to that Super Bowl, and he's going to eventually, whether it's this year or I don't know, within the next 15 years, he's going to win us that Super Bowl. Because what you see from JT O'Sullivan, the quarterback school and all this stuff, he's talking about throws that he's making, like the anticipation, the stuff that he's doing. Like, we have not seen that in a quarterback ever since like Steve Young. So to me, man, I'm pumped with having this guy as our quarterback, and I think that he's going to lead us to that promised land, man. He's going to lead us, and I'm just, I don't want to sound like a fanboy, but he's definitely like top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now, man.
Yeah, definitely. His numbers prove it that he's up there. But to be fair, Grant Cohn and some of these other content creators, I think the reason why it took them so long to get aboard Brock Purdy is just because all that draft capital they wasted on Trey Lance. I think they were more tied to that than actually Trey Lance. I think if it would have been any other quarterback, they still would have rolled with that guy just because of the draft capital. Because obviously John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, they traded so much to get him at that time. So I think they were just trying to force it so bad. It's almost like when you're dealing with a hot chick, they were forcing it so hard for it to make it happen. Sometimes you just gotta say, hey, you gotta let it go, dog.
Yeah.
And you gotta go with the next option that works better for your team, for yourself, and that was Brock Purdy. He's that one you don't even expect him to come, and they come out of nowhere, and then boom, your life changes for the better. And that is what Brock Purdy is. Like you said, he might be changing 49 Inner Faithful's life because he might bring us that Super Bowl that we've been desperately waiting for.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, man, I'm just grateful to have Purdy. I don't know, man. It just seems like it could be our year, and it's like the first time ever in the Kyle Shanahan era where the offense is actually outperforming the defense. You're hearing so many reports like the 20 plus yards a game. It's like up there with the 2000 Rams. Remember The Greatest Show on Turf? How they would have those big explosive plays, and they're right up there. Like if you look at all the stats, they're just explosive play after explosive play. And against the Seahawks, we had quite a few, and we missed quite a few, because whether it be blocking or drop or something. But you could see throughout the season, like we're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. Like each week it seems like we're getting better and better. And even though we scored 28, it seemed like we could have scored like 45 or something. We could have dropped like a 50 burger on these guys. So to me, it's exciting knowing if our defense isn't having a great day, we still have a chance to win. Because with Jimmy, you never really saw that. Let's be real. Like it was pretty much over. There's one game where Jimmy did come back. I think we're down 17-0 against the Rams, that Week 18 game. But other than that, it's just like you knew it was done. But with Brock Purdy, man, I'm glad he's my quarterback, man. I think he's gonna bring it, baby. He's gonna bring it. So I get Grant Cohn. We forgive you, man. Don't be doing that again, though, man. For a year and a half. Let it next time. Just roll with us, man. Roll with us.
All right. Well, you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think about Grant Cohn. Is he finally flipping a new switch? Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. See y'all next time.
Peace.